Imagine a place where businessmen planned trade monopolies, politicians orchestrated coups, and spies exchanged state secrets. A place where a single night could change a kingdom's fate forever. A place known for the smell of beer, loud laughter, and blood. This wasn't a palace or a magnificent cathedral. This was the tavern, the most dangerous yet most influential place in the Middle Ages. And today, you'll be shocked to discover what really happened behind those thick, wooden doors. 1. More than just a drinking spot, forget everything you know about taverns from Hollywood movies. Taverns weren't just drinking establishments, they were social and political centers before 1789, meeting places for local populations, and venues where early Renaissance ideas began spreading from the backrooms and halls of these establishments. By the 16th century, the habit of dining out was well established among townsmen of all classes, with most taverns offering good dinner for 1 shilling or less. But this is just the beginning of the shocking truth. 2. Secret political arenas. This is where the story gets mind-blowing. Taverns were places where people met to socialize and talk, making them cultural and political hotbeds. Merchants didn't just trade goods, they exchanged political information that could reshape Europe's power map. Picture a nobleman sitting in a dark corner, planning his political rival's assassination while sipping expensive wine. At the next table, a French spy bribes the bartender for information about English troop movements. This isn't fiction, this was the brutal reality of medieval life. 3. Lucrative and dangerous business. Medieval taverns in England were big business, and innkeepers were prominent members of society. But wealth came with deadly risks. Tavern owners often got trapped in complex conflicts of interest. They had to satisfy corrupt nobles, manage bankrupt merchants' debts, and avoid spies wanting to steal their business secrets. One small mistake could lead to treason charges. And the punishment for treason in medieval times, horrific public execution. 4. Dens of forbidden activities. Here's the part that'll make you shudder. Taverns were central spots of lewd entertainment, such as gambling, excessive drinking, acting and singing, prostitution, physical fights, and other immoral things of the time, making them frowned upon by the nobility at large. But there was something darker than that. People went there to gamble, eat, and meet others, showing that taverns were about more than just drinks. In hidden underground rooms, illegal gambling took place with stakes reaching millions in modern currency. Nobles gambled away lands, castles, even their slaves' lives. Political debates that heated up often ended with blood on the wooden floors. 5. Secret information networks. Most shocking was the tavern's role as medieval intelligence centers. Wine growers and tavern keepers concealed wine and falsified their selling methods to take advantage of lower tax rates, even secretly refilling their cask from hidden stocks. But wine smuggling was just the surface. Taverns became exchange points for secret maps, military codes, and invasion plans. A seemingly innocent tavern servant could be a royal spy recording every conversation to report back to the palace. Bartenders with photographic memories recorded every name, face, and secret uttered at their tables. 6. Inverted social hierarchy. In the outside world, medieval social structure was rigid. King at the top, nobles in the middle, peasants at the bottom. But inside taverns, those rules completely collapsed. Taverns were generally private enterprises that were very common, found even in relatively small settlements or larger villages, with urban centers having large numbers of taverns catering to different clientele. A poor peasant could sit at the same table as a wealthy noble, sharing secrets that could change a kingdom's destiny. Women who were considered their husband's property outside could become powerful and feared business owners in taverns. 7. Hidden technology and innovation. What history never tells is the tavern's role in technological advancement. In dark backrooms, alchemists experimented with secret potions, not to turn lead into gold, but to create undetectable poisons. Military engineers met secretly to design revolutionary war machines. Beer and wine recipes became secret codes for gunpowder and explosive formulas. 8. Conspiracies that changed history. Here's the most shocking fact of all. Some of Europe's greatest historical events began from conversations at stinking, smoky tavern tables. The Hundred Years' War planned in a London tavern, the Crusades? Financed by a syndicate of wealthy tavern owners. The Black Death that killed a third of Europe's population? There are conspiracy theories that it began from secret biological experiments in certain tavern basements. Of course, these theories are controversial and scientifically unproven. But ancient documents found during old tavern renovations show highly suspicious activities. 9. Brutal security systems. Medieval tavern security was no joke. Tavern owners hired private mercenaries more sadistic than royal executioners. They had hidden torture chambers beneath tavern floors. Customers who tried to default on debts or betray business secrets were never seen again. Their bodies were buried in back gardens or thrown into nearby rivers. Tavern guards were trained in terrifying interrogation arts. They could make someone confess their deepest secrets in just minutes. 10. International networks. Most shocking was that taverns didn't operate independently. They formed international networks more sophisticated than modern spy organizations. A merchant leaving a London tavern could arrive in Paris and get a room, food, and latest information just by mentioning certain secret codes. Their communication system used combinations of hidden symbols, coded languages, and courier networks moving faster than royal postal systems. They had their own alternative currency recognized throughout Europe.